everyone, and welcome to Flair Pilates. I'm really happy to bring you an 11-minute good morning stretch, which of course you can do at any time of the day, but in the morning it feels especially awesome. So let's get started. Why don't you go and take a seat on the mat with your legs crossed one in front of the other, just so that you can keep your spine nice and long. We're going to start with some side bends, so reaching one arm up and over to the side. We're going to try and breathe through this, stretching out our side bodies, just checking in with how we feel. Let's head to the other side. If you can, lowering that elbow all the way down to the mat, but not to worry if that's not achievable for you today. We'll come back up through center and reaching both arms up to the ceiling, and you're going to pull both elbows behind your body, opening up the chest. You're going to take your hands to the floor behind you and just gently looking up to the roof. Let's raise those arms up and go again, pulling the elbows behind the body, taking the hands to the floor and looking up if that's comfortable for you. Both hands up. Let's take both elbows back, palms facing forward, and reach those fingertips to the mat behind you. Let's go back to our side bends, reaching over and swapping sides. Nice. Hopefully your body is starting to loosen up a little bit. We'll continue to move side to side, keeping both shoulders down away from the ears. And now we're going to try to add a rotation of the spine in. So reaching your hand forward and back to a side bend, up and over to the other side, rotate the spine, reaching your fingertips to the front corner of the mat. Unwind. We'll head up and over to the other side. And let's try some around the worlds now. So we're going to swing all the way around. It's up to you how fast you want to move here. Feel free to slow it right down. No pressure to keep up with my speed. Continuing in the same direction. And let's reverse now. Starting with a side bend and a rotation, swinging all the way around, up and over, noticing that it does feel different side to side. Beautiful. As I said, you don't have to keep this pace. You can slow it right down if you like. Back through center now. You're going to interlace those fingers, take them behind your body, and gently raise the chin up to the roof. Now we're going to dive forward, bringing those fingers as far forward as we can. And let's gently look up. Folding forward, bringing those hands forward, looking up, and forward. Just noticing how all this feels. Pressing the knees gently down towards the mat as you move through this sequence. Now we're going to add a gentle spine rotation. So take your opposite hand to your knee. Use your other hand on the floor as a bit of leverage to increase your twist. Trying to breathe through this. And to the other side now, opposite hand to knee. Using both hands as a bit of leverage. And coming back through center. We're going to walk our hands forward, allowing the chin to drop. Breathing, big deep breaths. Keep inching those fingertips forward, feeling the nice stretch in the lower back and of course in your glutes. Continue to breathe. Nice big deep breaths. And then we're going to take both hands around to one side. Keep breathing, keep that chin knotted. Keep gently pressing those knees open. And we'll walk the hands around to the other side. Just noticing if this side feels better or worse or tighter or not. Always good to notice these things about our bodies. Continue with that breathing, of course. Coming up to center, we're going to swap our legs over, and then we're going to gently press on our knees, looking up towards the roof, and then walking the hands forward and folding forward. We'll repeat everything we just did with this other leg in front, just so we can feel the difference. You should feel a bit of a deeper stretch in your glute of the leg that's in front. Nice big breaths. And we're going to take our hands around to one side. Beautiful. And other side now, walk those hands around. Nice breaths. Back to center with both hands, and then gently walk your hands in. From here, join the soles of the feet together and just gently wobble those knees side to side. Don't think too much here, just opening up through the hips. We're going to fold one knee on top of the other and gently press both knees open before we change to the other side. So obviously allowing the pelvis to lift as you fold your knees side to side, aiming to get your knees exactly stacked one on top of the other. Let's come back through center, another little quick knee wobble or bounce, and then we're going to go ahead and pull those feet nice and close to the midline of your body and just gently fold the body forward. So you're actually actively pressing your knees down to the mat now. You can use your elbows on your knees if that helps to press down gently, or you can just enjoy this forward fold movement. From here, let's come up onto all fours, taking the shoulders on top of the wrists, and we're going to start to move the spine. So we're going to round that lower back, letting the chin fall. Then we're going to move gently back through neutral. Then you're going to start by lifting the collarbones up towards the ceiling and then allowing the lower back to dip back through neutral. Let's pull that belly button in, rounding the lower back, and then we allow the upper back to follow, nodding the chin to chest. We'll move back through neutral. And now think about your upper back first, so the collarbones up towards the roof, and then we allow the lower back to follow, widening those sit bones. Back to neutral. Let's start with the lower back. Tuck that pelvis, draw those sit bones together, then allow the upper back to follow, moving back through neutral and lifting the collarbones, then allowing the lower back to follow. Lovely. Back through center, and let's go again, rounding the back. Back through neutral. And once again, gently arching the spine. So now we're going to pick up the pace a little bit, moving the top half and the bottom half of the spine together. Don't think too much. This is just to get everything going. Getting as much movement through the spine as you can. And now we're going to twist the spine side to side. It really doesn't matter what you do here. You might like to do some nice big circles. This is your freestyle section, I guess, moving the body just however you like. You can even sort of lean forward and back, or whatever you think your body needs this morning. Allowing the head and the neck just to follow gently, but not thinking too much about what it's doing. And because this feels so good, we're just going to keep going with this, any which way you want to move your spine around. And then we're going to reach one of our hands right up to the ceiling, slide it under and lower your shoulder and the side of your head down to the mat. You're going to press into the mat with your other hand, feeling that beautiful stretch underneath and across your mid-back, underneath your shoulder blade. Let's go ahead and reach up to the ceiling and slide the arm down, lowering the side of the head to the floor. Pushing into the mat with the other hand. Let's reach up again and go for the twist, sending your tailbone or your sit bones straight up to the roof. Let's set for the other side, reaching your arm up, sliding it under, lowering your head and your shoulder onto the mat, pushing into the floor with your hand, with your other hand, aiming to stack the shoulder joints one on top of the other. Beautiful. Let's go again, reaching up to the roof, twisting that spine, lowering the head onto the mat so we're not putting any unnecessary pressure onto the neck. Let's go again, reach up and slide that arm down to the floor. Stack those shoulder joints one on top of the other. Let's go one last time. Making sure you take a big deep breath because we're just about to wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed this short stretch and have a great day. Let me know what you think. See you later.